Ever felt like you don't quite fit in at parties or big social events, like all that noise and energy is just a bit too much? If so, you might be an introvert. Now, being an introvert doesn't mean you're shy or antisocial, but it does mean socializing can feel different. In this video, we'll dive into what being an introvert really means. We'll uncover some super clear signs to tell if you or someone you know is an introvert, and why understanding that can be so important in life. So buckle up and let's get into it. Why is this important? Understanding introversion can be incredibly helpful. It helps us realize why some people recharge best with a good book, while others thrive with a bunch of friends. It can explain why you're totally content being on your own, and even help with job choices, relationships, and understanding yourself better. Let's start with number 1, social energy. One of the biggest tells of an introvert is how their energy works in social situations. Extroverts often get energized by hanging out with others, while introverts can find those same situations draining. That doesn't mean they hate people or dislike being social. It just means they need to balance that socializing time with some quality time alone to recharge their batteries. An introvert might love going to a concert with a close friend, but then need a quiet day at home the next day to feel their best. Introvert excels at thinking before speaking. Introverts tend to be thoughtful communicators. They process things internally before putting their thoughts out into the world. You might find they take a moment to consider a question carefully instead of immediately jumping in with a response. This internal processing helps them choose their words with care, leading to deeper, more considered conversation. Moving on to number 3 is the love for solitude. This one might seem obvious, but introverts truly cherish their alone time. They don't just tolerate it, they need it. Alone time is a chance for them to decompress, recharge, and center themselves. Whether it's reading a book, taking a walk in nature, or just relaxing with their thoughts, solo activities are a crucial part of an introvert's well-being. Our number 4 is the power of observation. Introverts are often fantastic observers. Since they're not always right in the middle of the action, they have space to notice the world around them. They might pick up on subtle conversational cues, observe fascinating patterns in the environment, or just really listen to what others are saying. This makes them insightful friends, creative thinkers, and skilled problem solvers. Number 5 on our list is the joy of deep connections. While they may not need a huge circle of friends, introverts value deep, meaningful connections. They often prefer a few close friendships over a wide network of acquaintances. You might find they are amazing listeners, genuinely interested in your thoughts and experiences, and incredibly loyal to those within their inner circle. Number 6 is the creative powerhouses. Introverts often have a rich inner world filled with imagination and creativity. Their natural inclination for solitude and reflection gives them space to develop unique ideas. Many introverts find passion in writing, art, music, or any form of self-expression that allows their creative side to shine. Small talk struggles is our number 7. Small talk can be a challenge for many introverts. They may not enjoy the superficial nature of it and would rather have deeper, more meaningful conversations. If you're trying to connect with an introvert, skip the weather and dive into their interests or ask engaging, open-ended questions. What is number 8? Overthinking tendencies. Sometimes an introvert's thoughtful nature can lead to overthinking. They might analyze situations, replay conversations, or worry about decisions more than an extrovert. While this can be a source of stress, it also means introverts are careful planners and consider all angles before acting. Our number 9 is the preference for focused work. Introverts often thrive in environments where they can focus deeply with minimal distractions. They tend to be excellent at independent projects, in-depth research, or any task that allows them to zone in on their work and shut out the surrounding noise. Number 10 focuses on written words as a strength. Many introverts express themselves beautifully through writing. Unlike spoken conversation, which can feel more immediate and spontaneous, writing allows them the time to consider their thoughts, edit carefully, and find the perfect way to communicate. If you know an introvert, pay attention to their emails, texts, or creative writing. You might be really surprised by their eloquence. 11 would be the discomfort with the spotlight. Introverts generally don't love being the center of attention. Public speaking, surprise parties, or being singled out in a crowd can feel incredibly stressful. That doesn't mean they are incapable of stepping into the spotlight, but they might need extra preparation, support, and time to recharge afterwards. Our 12th trait is the sensitivity and empathy of an introvert. Because introverts often take the time to observe and process the world around them, they can be incredibly sensitive and empathetic. They might be the first to notice if you're feeling a bit down, offer a listening ear, or pick up on subtle emotional cues. Number 13 is the need for predictability. Many introverts find comfort in routine and prefer some level of predictability in their lives. Last-minute changes, Unanticipated social events or constant chaos can be especially draining. This doesn't mean they can't be spontaneous at times, but a feeling of stability and control often allows them to thrive the most. 14 is the intense interests. When an introvert finds something they are passionate about, they tend to dive in deep. Whether it's a hobby, a subject they're learning, or a cause they believe in, introverts can become incredibly focused and knowledgeable. This passionate focus can be a major source of joy and motivation for them. 15 is not always obvious. Here's an important point. Not all introverts are shy and quiet. Some are very social, outgoing, and enjoy a good laugh. The key difference lies in how they recharge. An extroverted person might get energized after a night at a big party, while an outgoing introvert would likely still need some downtime afterwards to feel fully refreshed. Number 16 is loyalty and reliability. Introverts make incredibly loyal friends and partners. They cherish their deep connections and approach relationships with thoughtfulness and care. This genuine investment creates incredibly strong and lasting bonds. Strong listeners is number 17 on our list. Being natural observers and internal processors, introverts tend to be excellent listeners. They are present and attentive, making others feel truly heard and understood. This makes them fantastic at offering support and building trust. Introvert independence is 18 on the list. Introverts don't need constant external validation or stimulation. They are often self-reliant and comfortable doing things on their own. This independence is a powerful strength, allowing them to pursue projects, learn new skills, and solve problems independently. Okay, so we've taken a deep dive into the world of introverts. Remember, it's about those quiet moments to recharge, loving deep conversations, being fantastic observers, and needing some predictability and alone time. Whether you identify as an introvert or you want to understand the introverts in your life better, knowing these things is incredibly helpful. It improves relationships, helps us make decisions that work for who we are, and gives us a whole new level of self-awareness. Let's bust a big myth here. Introverts are not shy, antisocial, or any less capable than extroverts. We're just wired a little differently, and that brings unique strengths to the table. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and share it with others who might find it helpful. And if you're an introvert, tell us about your experiences in the comments. Let's create a little community here. Finally, embrace your introverted side. It's a superpower. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Until next time.